So I'm going to finish the rice and refrigerate that. But in the meantime, I'm going to get my veggies prepped for later on. When I get home tonight, all I have to do is stir fry them. These are the vegetables I'm going to use. I've got broccoli, mushrooms, a yellow pepper, a red onion, celery, and carrot. You can use any vegetables in your stir fry. These are good. You could use cauliflower, edamame beans. In this process, I'm actually going to blanch my broccoli. If it's blanched, it's already going to be a little bit tender, and it won't take as long to cook it. So now you're going to get your vegetables ready. Just chop them all, making sure that you try to get them about the same size so they'll cook evenly and they'll be bite-sized. If you're cooking harder vegetables like the broccoli or cauliflower or larger pieces of carrot, you might want to blanch those in boiling water for a minute or two and then refresh them in cold water so that they'll be a little softer when you add them to the stir fry. So I get everything ready here, and I've also minced about 3 garlic cloves and about a 1-inch piece of fresh ginger. I've minced those together because I'm going to use those to season the vegetables and the rice. We're home now and we're hungry, but I've got everything ready to throw my dinner together. I've brought the vegetables out of the refrigerator that I chopped earlier in the day. I have my brown rice, which I cooked earlier in the day. And I've put together a little mixture here that I'm going to put in with the rice at the end. I've got about 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, about a teaspoon each of mirin, plum vinegar. So I've mixed those together and then added another maybe 3 or 4 tablespoons of just water to that. That's going to make my sauce. So now I'm ready to stir fry. So get your wok hot first, but it's not smoking, and I won't put the oil in until right before I'm ready to throw the vegetables in. I'm going to use olive oil. Turn my heat up now that I'm getting ready to put the veggies in. So now it's time to start the stir fry. I'm going to do a couple of my vegetables at a time. I don't want to overcrowd the pot because it's going to make it cool it down too much. So I'm going to start with my onions and my peppers and the celery, and once it starts getting soft and browns around the edges a little bit, I'll add a bit of the garlic and ginger that I've minced and stir that in. So I'm going to season each one of my vegetables as I go along. Next I'll do my broccoli and so forth until I finish sauteing all the vegetables. If you want to cut back on your oil consumption, you can add a little bit of oil between each saute, and then if the pot starts to dry up a little bit and you need some more moisture in there, instead of adding oil, you can put a couple tablespoons of water in there. That will help you soften up the vegetables. They'll cook really nicely, but it'll just cut back on your oil consumption. So that's a nice little trick to use when you're sauteing. If you want to use meat in your stir fry, it's very easy to do. You can use thin strips of chicken or beef, like a flank steak, or shrimp, and you just cut them in thin slices, or you can do whole shrimp if you like. And marinate those in a little bit of soy sauce maybe, and just then stir fry those separately and add those in the pot with the already sauteed vegetables. The last thing you'll do is get your rice nice and hot, season it with the remaining garlic and ginger, and once that comes together in the wok a bit, you can take all of your vegetables and meat if you've done it, and pour it all back into the wok together, letting it get good and hot, saute for 30 seconds or so, and then take the sauce that you've mixed together, just pour it in the pot with everything else, give it maybe a minute to get hot and stir it around together. It's going to smell really good at this point, and you're going to be really hungry.